The Marriage Conversation. Discovering new pathways to intimacy in marriage. With your host, Dr. Stephen Frew.
Everyone knows that men and women can be competitive. Sometimes we compete over really silly things. Does the tension we create make any sense? Hi, this is Stephen Frew, and welcome to the Marriage Conversation. I've noticed several forms of competition. We compete over which movie is the better movie, over what our children need, over the best route to a friend's house. We even compete over who does the most work around here. This kind of competition can be fun, and it can be bitter. What matters is what's at the heart of it, and what happens when one person wins and the other loses. Here's a story for you. We were invited to an elegant wedding at an upscale country club hidden in the Santa Monica Mountains. I drove. I'm not particularly comfortable at weddings, more about that in a later broadcast, and I'm not particularly comfortable at country clubs. That probably has something to do with my history. When I'm even a little uptight, my inner compass doesn't work very well. It normally is not the best anyway, and anxiety practically obliterates it. So I quickly lost the way. My partner, dressed up and lovely, made gentle suggestions to which I reacted not quite as gently. We soon reached an impasse. I had no idea of where we were. I would not ask directions, and she gave up, sitting there quietly. There are some moments in life when all you can do is be grateful. From somewhere, I don't know where, certainly not from my anxious state, came these words. You know, why don't you drive? You have a better sense of direction than I do, and I'm turning it over to you. To my utter surprise, she said, Oh, you don't have to be like that. Like what? I protested. Sarcastic, she said. I explained that I was not being sarcastic, for once, but rather I realized in that moment what I should have realized a long time ago. She was better and is better at directions than I'll ever be. I was simply acknowledging it. The act of surrender came easily that night, and I've never wavered. Her genius is to have a very good and instinctive sense of direction, and I simply need to let it happen. Surrender can cut through a lot of competition-based arguments, but you'll have to be certain that you're genuine. Passive compliance is not about surrender. It's about accommodation, and accommodation is about fear. If you'd like to know more about this conversation, check out themarriageconversation.com. This is Stephen Frew. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening to The Marriage Conversation. If you have any comments or questions, we'd love to hear from you. Send your emails to stephen@marriageconversation.com or leave a comment on the blog at www.marriageconversation.com.